What's on, guys? Jason here back to my channel. Tonight, I'll be review for Friday Smackdown. So let's get to it then. Alright, Lillian Garcia opens Smackdown and introduces LA Knight, who comes out with his United States Champion title. Knight gets on the mic and says history is being made tonight with the first Smackdown from Barcelona. Knight says he may be the U.S. champ, but he's gone worldwide. He says the U.S. title is now back in the hands it should be, and Jimmy Uso's music hits, and he makes his way out to the ring with mic in hand. Uso tells Knight he's desperate because his road to WrestleMania has been obstacles, and he figures if he's desperate because his if he different obstacles, and he figures has been obstacles, and he figures if he challenges Knight tonight, it'll be the start of his road to WrestleMania. Solo Sikoa, Jacob Fatu, and Tama Tonga come out, and Sikoa says Jacob Fatu deserves a title shot and tells Jimmy Uso to step aside because Uso is a failure of the family. Uso says Sikoa is a failure because he lost to Roman Reigns. Fatu and Sikoa go to attack Knight, and come on, Knight and Uso, and from behind, Tonga takes out Uso. A brawl and sways, and Braun Strowman comes out to even the odds. Uso, Knight, and Strowman clean house and celebrate in the ring. Nick Aldis comes out and makes a 6-man tag match. All right, first match coming up. Jimmy Uso, LA Knight, and Braun Strowman versus Solo Sikoa, Jacob Fatu, and Tama Tonga. Sikoa and Uso start the bout with Sikoa punching out Uso in the corner. Uso comes back with right hands of his own and punches out Sikoa in the corner. Uso takes out Fatu and Tonga and walks into a spinning solo slam by Sikoa. Uso is choked out on the ropes, and Tonga cheap shots Uso. Fatu is tagged in, and he beats on Uso, and Tonga tags in and splashes onto Uso. Tonga tags out to Fatu. Sikoa comes in and begins attacking Uso. Sikoa headbutts Uso and tags out to Fatu. Fatu works on Uso's neck, and Uso counters with a stunner and knocks Fatu down. Knight is tagged in, and he starts punching Fatu. Fatu throws Knight in the corner, and Knight hits a jumping net breaker. Knight DDTs Fatu, and Fatu gets up and super kicks Knight. Knight hits an elbow off the top rope. The ref gets distracted, and Fatu is able to take down Knight with the forearm, and Sikoa is now tagged in. Sikoa beats on Knight in the corner. Knight dodges a hip attack and hits a drop on Sikoa. Tonga is tagged in, and Strowman is tagged in as well. Strowman runs now, throws Tonga Fatu, Sikoa. Strowman heads out of the ring and hits the Strowman Express on Fatu. Sikoa and Tonga, Knight, and Uso fly out of the ring and take out Sikoa and Fatu in the ring. Strowman hits a running power slam on Tonga and gets the win. So winners are Braun Strowman, Jimmy Uso, and LA Knight. Sorry guys, it's not you, it's the stupid ass keep on popping up. Alright, after the match, Sikoa tries to attack Strowman, and Knight comes to his aid. Fatu super kicks Uso outside the ring, and then Fatu gets in the ring and starts beating on Strowman. Fatu finishes his assault on Strowman with 3 moonsaults on his way out. Fatu runs back to the ring and steamrolls into Strowman through the barricades. Alright, Jane Gargano and Captain Kelly are sitting in an empty arena. Ah, shit, what the hell just happened? I'm sorry guys, it's not you, it's... damn, something popped up and I was doing so good. Go back and stuff. Alright, Jake Cargill, anyways, Jake Cargill and Kathy Kelly are sitting in an empty arena for a pre-recorded interview. Oh shit, scare me. For a recorded interview, Kelly asked Cargill how she knew it was... how knew she knew it was Naomi who attacked her, and why she was silent for so long. Cargill said she saw Naomi run off after she was thrown onto the car, and then she saw Naomi take her spot. And she knew this is something Cargill needed to handle on her own. So she didn't say anything. She says she is self-made and doesn't need to ride the coattails of anyone like Naomi, and has claimed that Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez while by make fun of Cargill. Cargill challenges Morgan to a match next week. Right, B-Fab walks backstage and tells Charlotte Flair that she's here to make her own legacy, and that starts with Flair. All right, second match coming out. We get second match. Second match is B-Fab versus Charlotte Flair. We get the belt, and Flair takes this time to stretch and mock B-Fab. The women lock up, and Flair gets B-Fab in the corner. Flair sends B-Fab across the ring and takes her down with a shoulder check. Flair chops B-Fab, and B-Fab kicks Flair in the head and takes her down with a clothesline. B-Fab hits a handle slam and cars, but Flair rolls out of the ring. Flair gets back in the ring and attacks B-Fab and slams B-Fab's head against the mat using her legs. Flair suplexes B-Fab with her legs several times. Flair goes for the figure eight, but is sent into the corner. B-Fab delivers some right hands to Flair and slams her into the corner. B-Fab hits a suplex on Flair and hits a sweeping kick on Flair. Flair kicks down B-Fab, and B-Fab comes back with the kick to Flair. She covers for a 2 count. Flair kicks B-Fab and hits natural selection on B-Fab. Flair slaps B-Fab in the figure eight, and B-Fab taps. So winner is Charlotte Flair. Okay, after the match, Flair refuses to break the submission hold. Tiffany Stratton runs down, and Flair and Stratton go at it. Flair officials run down to the ring to separate the two. Flair breaks free a couple times, and they continue to battle. The fight spills out of the ring, and Stratton finds a way to get on the top rope and swanton bombs onto Flair and the officials. A video patch where Drew McIntyre is shown. McIntyre talks about how often he gets screwed over in the WWE, and in particular how Damian Priest is always there to capitalize on his misfortunes. Alright, we have a segment coming up with The Miz TV. The Miz makes his way to the ring for Miz TV. Tiffany Stratton and Charlotte Flair are still battling. And they come out to the entranceway, fighting while officials are trying to separate them. Stratton swanton bombs off the set onto Flair and the officials, and they finally broken up. The Miz says that was a great way to start Miz TV. The Miz talks about Rose not taking the rocks off her and how in the end he got beat up. The Miz says Rose won't beat Cena at WrestleMania, and then calls out Cody Rhodes. The Miz cuts off Rose's entrance, and Rose hits the Miz and connects with the crossroads on the Miz, flattening him. Rhodes gets on the mic and he says he doesn't want to talk to anyone unless his name is John Cena. He invites Cena to Raw next Monday. Earlier today, Nick Aldis talks to Shinsuke Nakamura. Damien walks up and asks where McIntyre is. Nakamura groans, and Priest tells Nakamura that he's looking for a fight and wants to give Nakamura a beating. All this issues the match for tonight. Alright, third match coming up. Damien Priest versus Shinsuke Nakamura. Priest gets Nakamura against the corner off the bell, and the hold is broken, and then men circle each other. Again, Nakamura and Priest exchange arm bars, and Nakamura kicks Priest in the corner. Priest throws Nakamura in the corner and chops him. Priest throws Nakamura and sends him outside the ring. Back in the ring, Nakamura takes down Priest and covers for a 2 count. Nakamura slaps Priest in a headlock, and Priest powers out the hold. Nakamura kicks Priest and gets on the top rope. Priest catches Nakamura and flapjacks him. Priest punches Nakamura and takes him down with the back forearm strike. Priest hits a broken arrow on Nakamura, and Nakamura rolls out of the ring. Priest comes out of the ring and throws Nakamura onto the announce table. Priest walks on the ropes and hits a crossbody of Nakamura. Nakamura puts Priest in an arm bar, and Priest breaks out of the hold and kicks Nakamura. Priest hits the Nakamura with the clothesline and goes to finish off Nakamura, but Drew McIntyre shows up and distracts Priest. Nakamura rolls up Priest for a 2 count. Nakamura goes for Kinshasa, and Priest catches him and slams him down. Drew McIntyre runs in and attacks Priest. So winner by disqualification, Damien Priest. After the match, McIntyre and Nakamura beat down Priest. McIntyre continues the beat down on Priest after Nakamura leaves. Alright, Kathy Kelly is backstage with DIY. She talks to them about their title defense tonight against the Street Profits. Tommaso Ciampa says they're on top of the mountain. Johnny Gargano says they're the reason the Profits have this new fire inside them. Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin pop by and tell DIY that they're shady and they turn their backs on friendship. They tell DIY the whole tag division is after them, and once they're done with the profits, they have business to take care of. Randy Orton is seen walking backstage for his match against Carmelo, which is next. Kathy Kelly talks to Chelsea Green and her Secret Service agent Piper Niven and Alba Fire. Green talks about how much she sacrificed for the United States champion. Zelina Vega comes up to them and says she will be the new United States champion. Piper Niven tells Vega that she has to go through her first, and Vega tells her they're on for next week. All right, next match coming up, fourth match, Randy Orton versus Carmelo Hayes. The bell rings and Hayes pretends to be on board with the RKO chants and goes to shake Orton's hand, but pulls away. Orton tosses Hayes around the ring and gets on the turnbuckle and punches out Hayes. Hayes is thrown shoulder first into the ring post, and Hayes throws out the ring. Orton goes outside and slams Hayes on the announce desk. Back in the ring, Hayes gets Orton in a headlock and tries to suplex Orton, but Orton counters, and Hayes then takes out Orton's knees. Hayes covers for a 2 count. Hayes slaps Orton in another headlock, and Orton powers out of it. Hayes kicks Orton, and Orton punches Hayes. Hayes is taken down by a clothesline and another clothesline, and Hayes runs into a power slam by Orton. Orton tries to DDT Hayes off the ropes, but Hayes counters and tries for a springboard splash. But Orton catches him and hits a power slam and covers for 2. Orton hits his rope assisted DDT, and Hayes rolls out of the ring, avoiding an RKO. Hayes hits a stunner on the ropes on Orton and gets up on the top rope. Hayes misses nothing but net, but then hits a springboard DT and covers for a near fall. Hayes gets on the top rope and Orton punches him, sitting him down on the top rope. They trade punches and Orton climbs a turnbuckle and hits a superplex on Hayes. Orton goes for RKO and Hayes counters. Hayes goes for the 48 and Orton counters. Orton goes for an RKO and Hayes counters, and it's Force 48, and out of nowhere, Orton connects with the RKO and pins Hayes. So winner is Randy Orton. At the match, Orton goes to shake Hayes' hand, and Hayes pulls away. Orton then RKOs Hayes and goes to punt Hayes, but Kevin Owens pulls Hayes out of the ring. Owens and Orton battle outside the ring until Owens flees after sending Orton into the ring apron. Alright, so Sikoa, Jacob Fatu, and Tama Tonga are backstage. Jacob Fatu calls out Braun Strowman and challenges him to a match next week. Alright, Gunther is introduced and he makes his way to the ring. He tells the crowd the road to WrestleMania starts here in Barcelona, but he wishes he was in Madrid instead. He talks about Jey Uso and how he thinks Uso is an idiot. Gunther calls out Axiom, and says he is going to destroy Axiom, Spain's national hero. So, fifth match coming up, Gunther versus Axiom. Alright, Axiom uses his quickness from the bell, and Gunther chases him around the ring. Gunther throws Axiom across the ring and tries to get some kicks on Gunther, and finally does Axiom. Axiom chops Gunther in the corner, and shocking Gunther. Axiom locks Gunther in an arm bar on the ropes, and then Axiom kicks Gunther several times. Gunther chops Axiom down and then gets tangled in the ropes. Gunther tries to take off Axiom's mask, but Axiom hits a dragon screw on the apron. It gets on the top rope and hits a missile dropkick. Axiom punches and chops Gunther. Axiom counters a suplex and rolls up Gunther for a near fall. Gunther hits a flying kick and powerbomb and covers Axiom, who kicks out. Gunther climbs the ropes. Axiom joins him on the top row. Axiom gets knocked down, and he climbs back up and hits Hurricanrana off the top rope and hits the golden ratio and covers for a near fall. Axiom kicks Gunther some more and slaps Gunther into a submission hold. Gunther counters and powerbombs Axiom twice and covers for the win. So winner is Gunther. After the match, Gunther attacks Axiom. Alright, I have a little segment coming up. Paul Heyman. Paul Heyman is in the ring, and he says he's here to hype us on 2 things. He's going to keep this short and sweet. He says today is Roman Reigns Day because it's the release of the WWE 2K25. Alright, item number two is that some people have an issue with Reigns being on the cover of the game, and they have an issue with today being Roman Reigns Day. And one of those um, people is one of his friends. CM Punk Heyman says it isn't CM Punk Day, nor it will be Seth Rollins Day. He says if anyone has an issue with Reigns' day, you can say it straight to the Tribal Chief's face, as he will be at SmackDown next week. He says this isn't a prediction, but it's a spoiler. Alright, the Street Profits are backstage getting pumped up for their match. Leo Del Fantasma approaches them, and the Profits ask them if they have a problem. They say they don't and want to wish them good luck because they when they win the titles of DIY, they can't wait to take it from them. Lego Fantasma leave, and the Profits talk to the camera and say they're going to come out on top. Alright, Jimmy Uso is backstage and Gunther approaches him. Gunther says he wants to talk to Uso and asks if he watched his match. Uso says he did, and Gunther tells him he will do the same thing to Jey Uso if Jey doesn't change his mind and not challenge him at WrestleMania. Jimmy tells Gunther he won't talk to Jey. Alright, main event coming out, WWE Tag Team Championship match, DIY, who are the champions. Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa versus Street Profits, Angelo Dawkins and Montez Ford. Okay, so here we go, main event time. The bell rings and Dawkins and Ciampa start the match. Ciampa gets Dawkins in a headlock, and Dawkins takes down Ciampa. Ford is tagged in, and Ciampa is double teamed and covered for a 2 count. Ciampa rolls out of the ring, and Dawkins is tagged in and runs out and hits Gargano. Back in the ring, Gargano is tagged in and DIY double team Dawkins. Dawkins slams down Gargano and tags in Ford. Comes off the top rope and takes down Gargano and clotheslines him. Ford kicks Gargano and Ciampa, and then gets thrown out of the ring. And Ciampa is tagged in, and he assaults Ford in the middle of the ring. In the middle of the ring, Ford slams down Ciampa and tags in Dawkins. Dawkins takes down Ciampa and then takes out Gargano and then slams into Ciampa in the corner. Dawkins slams down Ciampa and covers for a near fall. Ford is tagged in and Ciampa gets double teamed and Ford covers for a near fall. Ford gets on the top rope and attempts a 450 splash, but Ciampa gets his knees up. Gargano is tagged in and they double team Ford and covers him, but Dawkins breaks the pin. Ford knees Gargano in the face and tags in Dawkins, and Dawkins slams Ciampa into the barricade, and Gargano attacks Dawkins outside the ring and outside the ring. Sorry, I lost my thing. Alright, Ford is tagged in and they go to hit their finisher and Ciampa stops it. Ford takes out Ciampa and they hit their finisher and Ciampa breaks the pin. Dawkins is now tagged in and outside the ring. Ciampa knees Ford, and in the ring, Dawkins goes for a swanton off the top rope but misses. Ciampa and Gargano hit the fairy tale ending and cover Dawkins, and Dawkins kicks out. Gargano accidentally kicks Ciampa in the face, and Dawkins slams down Gargano and tags Ford, who goes up the top and hits a frog splash and gets the pin. So winners and new WWE Tag Team Champions, the Street Profits. The Profits celebrating the ring as the show goes out there and stuff. So yeah, good show tonight and stuff. Man, this episode of SmackDown was good and stuff. I enjoyed this one. So yeah, then the fans were on fire and stuff. Not literally on fire, but wow, like on fire, like excitement and stuff. But yeah, that was good. And yeah, but can't wait to happen what's gonna happen on Monday Night Raw with John Cena and Cody Rhodes and stuff. So that's gonna be very intense and interesting and stuff. So anyways, that was it for this video. I hope you like it, not whatever and stuff. So that was it, and so as I subscribe, hit the bell button, leave a comment. If you guys want to leave a comment stuff, I don't care what you guys do, and that was it. And I'll see you guys in the next video tomorrow night for AEW Saturday Collision. All right, laters.